Good morning, hello and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. It has been a long time, I know. I took an impromptu little vacation type thing and a lot of stuff has happened in the background. And I can't really say much, but what I can say I'll talk about in this upcoming Peanut. Anyway, this show here, TDH, is about what happened today throughout the annals of recorded history. Join us as we delve into yesteryear, not only for interesting and important happenings, but to possibly even answer questions you don't know you have. Sorry, a little bit of indigestion. I had some pasta for breakfast. So, anyway, the sources of the information that we got here come from the Smart Device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History, historical calendar, and this website on thisday.com. For links to these sources and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar in the description below. All links gathered throughout the show will appear post-live stream, by the way. Anyway, I am Xander, and you viewer are you. Today is, what is today? What is today? Freya's Day, aka Friday, October 27th, 2023. It's been a long time. Anyway, let's start us off here in the year 312. Roman Emperor Constantine the Great was said to have received his famous vision of the cross. And that's when he converted to Christianity, and and everything else like Catholicism and Protestantism and all that stuff, Church of England, in the wake, became a thing, eventually down the line. This is what gave rise to Christianity, essentially. We're going to move on up into 1275 here, traditional founding of the city of Amsterdam. Well, that's pretty cool. Then we got the conquest of Hormuz here in 1507. Pardon me again. Portuguese Admiral Afonso de Albuquerque captured the Persian forces of Hormuz on Hormuz Island. We also have here in 1553, condemned as a heretic, Michael Servetus was burnt. Servetus was burned at the stake just outside Geneva. Oh, it's Switzerland. Wow. Okay. We also have invasion of Ile de Ré in 1627. English invasion force under George Villars assaulted the French island of Ile de Ré. All right. And then we got the Second Battle of Newbury here in 1644. King Charles I's royalist army and the armies of parliamentary fought an indecisive battle at Speen in Berkshire. 1682, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania was founded by Englishman William Penn. Alright, yeah, happy birthday, Philadelphia. City of brotherly love, apparently, which there's not much love left to go around over there. 1688, King of England, James II, dismissed advisor Robert Spencer. Okay, why is that highlighted? I don't care. I'm trying to, oh, this is cool. 1775, the U.S. Navy formed as the Continental Navy. Alright. That was well before the U.S., so this was the Continental Navy, precursor to the U.S. Navy. Yeah, started. Cool. What do we got here? 5 years later, 1780, Samuel Williams and the first U.S. astronomical expedition to record an eclipse of the sun observed the event at Penobscot Bay. Penobscot. Pardon me. 1787, Federalist papers start appearing in New York newspapers under pseudonym Publius, written by Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Jay. Jingleheimer Smith, hey, that's my name too. 1795, the Pekingese Treaty, the Treaty of San Lorenzo, was signed by Spain and the U.S., establishing the southern boundary of the U.S. and giving Americans the right to navigate the Mississippi River. Oh, cool. That's pretty significant right there. 1806, the French army entered Berlin. That has to be in the Napoleonic Wars, I guess. So, it was 1810, United States annexed West Florida from Spain. I did not know we did that, but yeah. I wonder if that's during the Spanish-American War. Actually, hold on a second. Spanish-American War. What year was that? 1898. Okay, so before that. Well, this happened after that war. Huh. That's interesting. We got tired of being peaceful after we destroyed the United Kingdom with France. So we declared war on Spain. Okay. What else do we got here? I'm trying to see if there's anything really cool. I know I'm missing some things here, so this is why I implore you to, after this show, of course, go to the underbar and check the source links because there's a lot of things that we don't cover here on the show. What do we got here? 1867, Giuseppe Garibaldi marched on Rome for the second time. And this is the guy who unified Italy, or the second time Italy was unified. Because, of course, like, Italy was independent tribes, city-states, and whatnot, much like Greece, until Rome, came in and took everything, and then after the collapse of Rome, everything kind of went back to the way it was, and then Giuseppe Garibaldi here, reunified Italy, and it's been like that ever since, for the most part. What do we got else here? 1871, Democratic leader of Tammany Hall, New York, Boss Tweed, was arrested after the New York Times exposed his corruption. Well, that's something the New York Times doesn't do anymore, expose corruption, really, really wild, thinking about New York Times actually being a reputable source, or whatever, like, of notable events, weather, and sports. So, what else do we have here? Let's move on up here. Nocturnes, 1901. We have the first complete performance of Claude Debussy's orchestral composition Nocturnes by the Lamberet Orchestra, conducted by Camille Chevalier and Paris, France. All right. And his haircut makes it look like he has a sloped head. That's weird. I like his beard, though. It looks like his beard is turning into dreadlocks. No. That's his bow tie. His beard is merging into his bow tie. Huh. That's weird. Like, it looks like his mustache doesn't connect on one side and does on the other, much like mine. And my beard scar going on here, so. We got here 1904, the first section of the New York subway, Lower Manhattan to Broadway, Harlem, opened by Interpearl Rapid Transit, IRT. Fare was $0.05, 5 cents a ride. All right. Woodrow Wilson's vow in 1913, in a speech in Mobile, Alabama, President Woodrow Wilson vowed the U.S. will, quote, never again seek one additional foot of territory by conquest, end quote. Ha 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 ha. Explain Hawaii. That is 100% conquest. 1915, Andrew Fisher was replaced as Labor Prime Minister. Okay, who cares about that? Yada, yada, yada. Let's see here. 1917, 20,000 women marched in a suffrage parade in New York, U.S. All right. 1919, Axemen of New Orleans claimed last victim. 1920, League of Nations moved their headquarters in Geneva. All right. And just for the sake of time, and I just kind of, to be honest, I want to get through this show because I didn't research right, unfortunately. Yeah. 1922, in Italy, Liberal Prime Minister Luigi Facta resigned after King Victor Emmanuel refused requests to declare martial law in the face of threats from Mussolini that, quote, either the government will be given to us or we will seize it by marching on Rome, end quote. And, yeah, that was the inventor of fascism right there, Benito Mussolini. He was Hitler's idol. And, like, this attitude, like, I'm just not going to say what I want to say. Coming from where it's from, I don't like it, but I really do believe that we, the people, need to take this planet back. So, but yeah, anyway, what is this? Maas-Waal Canal, 1927. Queen Wilhelmina opened the Maas-Waal Canal between Nijmegen and Human. Oh, that's a weird way to spell human. Whoa. Human, huh. Okay. What else do we got here? 1947, You Bet Your Life with Groucho Marx premiered on ABC Radio. Alright. We also have 1948, Leopold Sedar Senghor founded the Senegalese Democratic Bloc, BDS. Disneyland, 1954, Walt Disney's first TV show, Disneyland, premiered on ABC. Oh, so that was, when was Disneyland open? When was Disneyland? 1955. So this was his first TV show, and this is 54, so I believe they were building Disneyland at this time, and this was probably like a sly, like, a subliminal message, like, of what he was doing. Because when he first got it, like, out here in Anaheim, it was nothing but orange groves, and they thought he was insane. Like, just went out in the middle of nowhere and just started building a theme park. Like, and it took off. And, And, you know, there's a whole history behind all the stuff he did. But anyway, let's see here. What else do we have? Moving on up to 1961, David Diamond's 8th Symphony premiered with the New York Philharmonic, conducted by Leonard Bernstein. All right. And I know I'm just blowing by the history today. As I said, I don't have a script. I don't want to sit here and make dead air while I'm trying to see if there's anything interesting in the cream here. That's what I call this. These are the highlighted and the non-highlighted, the Oreos and the creams. You know, get it? You can see it, what I'm talking about. But yeah, no, I don't have a proper show to give to you guys today, unfortunately. But the new show will be a lot better, and tomorrow's history show will be a lot better. But as I said, just back from like a 2-week vacation, a lot of stuff has happened. Like multiple major life-changing events have occurred. Anyway, 1962, Black Saturday during the Cuban Missile Crisis. A U.S. spy plane was shot down over Cuba, and the Navy dropped warning depth charges on Soviet submarines. Well, probably to prevent them from going in and capturing the downed pilot if he survived the crash. But yeah, Cuban Missile Crisis. Once again, a thing of Western aggression. We got an NHL record here, 1963. Detroit Red Wings right wing Gordie Howe scored 544th career goal in 6-4 loss to Montreal Canadiens, tying Maurice Richard's all-time NHL regular season record. All right. Okay, we got that. 1975, covers of both Time, rock's new sensation, and Newsweek, Making of a Rock Star magazines featuring rock singer-songwriter Bruce Springsteen. So you got on 2 magazines that week. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. 1978, U.S. President Jimmy Carter signed the Hawkins-Humphrey Full Employment Bill. And let's take a look at that here really quick. Maybe you have a link to post here. Full unemployment and balanced... Let's see here. Here's a wiki. So, let's see. It was the responsibility of the federal government to create conditions under which there will be affordable, useful employment for those able, willing, and seeking work, and to promote maximum employment, production, and purchasing power. So, okay. So, that's pro-working class, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not really fully paying attention to the wording of this. What is this? They began to rise, so impetus and strategy, okay, overview, explicitly states that the federal government will rely primarily on private enterprise to achieve the 4 goals. Instructs the government to take reasonable means to balance the budget. Okay, so unemployment, balancing the budget, all that stuff, yada yada. For further reading on this subject matter, I have both of those links in the underbar description below. Will be posted live, post-live stream, of course, as I said at the top of the show. Anyway, let's move on up. The Ayatollah votes. 1980, William Safire's column entitled The Ayatollah Votes, first published in the New York Times and was later quoted in a campaign ad for Ronald Reagan in that year's presidential election. 1981, Ringo Starr released single Rack My Brain, written and produced by George Harrison, and album Stop This and Smell the Roses in the U.S. Oh, and the album. Oh, okay. Oh, a single and the album. Okay, so they both were released. 1983, Larry Flint paid hitmen $1 million to kill Hugh Hefner, Bob Giustione, Walter Attenberg, and Frank Sinatra. Whoa. Flint's business manager immediately stopped the payment. Flint claimed he was just joking. Wow. Larry. Wow. Dude. $1 million to kill Frank Sinatra alone is not enough. You need a lot more than that. So, obviously you're joking, but that's not something to joke around with. You know, especially, like, I know Frank Sinatra had dealings with the mafia. Oh. Is Larry Flint even still alive? No, he's not. Okay, so now he can't jokingly come after me now. Good. Moving on up, let's see here. Oh, yeah, 1985, Billy Martin was fired by the Yankees for the 4th time. Make up your mind, you Yanks. You fired him 3 times? Why? Like, you fire him once, that's it, one and done. Maybe the second time, you know, then that's it. Like, you know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Moving on up, let's see here. 1991, we got the World Series. Minnesota Twins defeated the Atlanta Braves 1-0 in 10 in Game 7 at Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome. Won second title since move to Minneapolis. Most valuable player was the Twins pitcher Jack Morris. All right. Leaving Las Vegas. 1995 dramatic film Leaving Las Vegas, directed by Mike Figgis and starring Nicolas Cage, who later received the Oscar for the Best Actor, and Elizabeth Shue premiered. Alright. 1997, Intel Core bought Digital Equipment's semiconductor manufacturing operation for $700 million. That's a lot of $1 million. 1998, Helmut Kohl resigned as Chancellor of Germany after 16 years, following a landslide defeat in elections. 16 years, that is a long time to be head of state. That's a long time. 8 years is pretty long. So, what else do we got here? In 1998, the Sonny Bono Copyright Term Extension Act was signed into law by U.S. President Bill Clinton. Wow. So, this guy, this number 2, Bono, you are number 2, had to have his own Copyright Extension Act. So, extended copyright terms in the U.S. in 1998. It is one of several acts extending the terms of copyright. So for further reading on these subject matters, please refer to the underbar of the description below. Links, as I said, will be down there after the live stream. Today's going to be a relatively short show. So let's move on up into the year 2000. Sports stuff. Let's talk about 2013 German Red Bull driver Sebastian Vettel won the Indian Grand Prix at the Buda International Circuit to clinch his 4th straight F1 World Drivers' Championship, 6th consecutive GP victory. Alright. 2014, Taylor Swift released her 5th studio album, 1989. Later received the 2015 Billboard Album of the Year, Grammy Award for Album of the Year 2016. Okay. We got that guy's retirement. Okay, Spain, politics, golf. Then 2022, just last year, Elon Musk took ownership and control of Twitter, immediately fired 4 executives. So it has been 1 year since he has taken over Twitter, and he's already going to make Twitter a paid subscription service. So, yeah. Elon Musk, you know, same as a certain orange man. You know, they're just parts of the machine. They're not the people that we think they are, you know? So, anyway, I know it's been a really quick show, really quick, but that shall conclude it. Once again, please check the underbar of the description below for any links you may be interested in, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. We're also on Rumble and BitChute, and we are on Odyssey, but for now that's only for kicking the peanuts. Links to those, as well as all of our social medias and more, are on our Linktree. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 11 in the morning Pacific Time, 12 noon Mountain, 1 Central, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander, and you are you. Until you catch us tomorrow, or if you're interested in some notable events, weather, and sports, the Omni Coalition News Show, aka Talkness, is coming up at 3 p.m. Pacific Time. So until you see us again, whenever that is, wherever that is, until then, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!